Hello, everybody. It's Max with Crypto Talk Now, and I have the latest news in regards to a possible, or I should say, hint of a release date when it comes to Shibarium. So, for instance, let's get right into it. Believe it or not, Shytoshi Kusama has stated that Shibarium is soon, and of course, it's already in discussions to beef up the efforts. So, if you're wondering, for instance, where is this coming from, and so on, this is actually coming straight from USA Today. And if you haven't heard about USA Today by now, then you must be living on a rock because they're pretty huge. But anyway, yeah, it goes on to mention, it says Shibarium, the long-awaited Layer 2 solution in the Shiba Inu ecosystem, may be coming soon. Like I mentioned, Shytoshi basically stated that. If you're wondering who he is, if you're not in the loop of that, he is one of the main developers from the Shiba Inu platform. Furthermore, just like the entire SHIB army, myself and whatnot, we are all eagerly awaiting the launch of Shibarium. Just like what mentioned here, because of the number of benefits it can provide, especially in regards to the opportunity for investors to make, well, hopefully, a huge upside potential, huge upside profits, especially with all the negative catalysts that have been happening, all the negative news that's been going on in regards to the whole overall crypto market. Um, it goes on to mention the information came from a post by Satoshi on the Welly's Discord server of all places. There, the developer confirmed that the Layer 2 solution would be available soon and also clarified that discussions about moving into a more active pre-release phase have already begun. Again, I mentioned previously within the last few days that I saw that the Shibarium um, blockchain would possibly be released by the end of summer because it just kind of makes sense that it would. Again, I'm not guaranteeing that it is, um, but when you make an announcement uh, earlier on the year and late last year stating that the projection of the, for instance, Shiba Inu AAA game, was supposed to come out roughly around August, some of these things kind of make sense that you would have, first Shibarium drop before then. Um, and of course, you can read this entire article if you want. I'm not going to read everything verbatim, but one thing I would like to point out is, for instance, it says the Shibarium hackathon, Shibarium will have scalability, which is great, and the ability to handle large volumes of what? Transactional data in a short period of time. Basically, it's a low-cost solution for a wide range of projects with faster transactions, low gas fees, and including a burning mechanism, which is everything we want to hear. So, if you're wondering, for instance, just what exactly is Shibarium Layer 2? Why is there so much, hype behind it? Why is there so much buzz behind it, and so on? So, just like it says right here, what is Shibarium? Shibarium is a blockchain Layer 2 solution first proposed by Ryoshi, who was the original creator of Shiba Inu coin. Um, of course, as we know, in recent time, Ryoshi has actually just deleted a bunch of tweets and so on. But this was to be expected. He did state that he was going to just disappear at any moment's notice, and this was something he tweeted out over a year ago. But anyway, it mentions once it's launched, SHIB tokens will be migrated to the layer 2. Ryoshi initially used the phrase blockchain Shibarium is more likely to be a layer 2 that sits on top of an already existing Ethereum blockchain. The SHIB creator said in his now, like I mentioned, deleted post, quote, the line between layer 2 and its own blockchain is thin. I mean, what is the difference really between Matic layer 2 and Binance Smart Chain? It's also worth noting here that Shibarium is not its own blockchain, at least as of yet, nor does it mean there is a Shiba Inu 2.0 token coming, thank God, because let's face it, I'm not a big fan of V2s. You're probably not a big fan of V2s. Most people aren't a fan of V2s, even if you get them airdrop to you. Shiba Inu will remain connected to Ethereum. One of the primary goals will be to lower transaction fees for those in the Shiba Inu ecosystem. And of course, there's a blog post in regards to this by its developers that outlines all of what I'm basically mentioning. Unification said transactions would be approved, quote, approved in seconds for pennies. And this is something you really like to see because at the end of the day, um, it kind of hints that it's going to be built upon, the Ethereum layer 2 or, following that pattern basically. And if anything, I mean, even if it wasn't, it's going to be significantly faster compared to the current um, blockchain that's sitting on as we speak. Last but not least, Ryoshi first said that Shibarium's transaction fees, like I mentioned, would be minimal or even zero, which is very bold to state something like that. Speaking on the Shiba Discord, Shitoshi Kusama, the Shiba project lead, said, quote, Shibarium will offer low fees for every service, game, or whatever it builds on. For instance, anything that's part of the Shiba Inu ecosystem, whether um, you have to use Bone for the gas fees, um, Leash to mint NFTs, or in some cases build land plots to be used in the metaverse, etc., etc. So I said I was closing, but I do want to point this out real quick. It does state, high gas fees are one of the most pressing issues faced by Ethereum. Let's face it. When we saw a big bull market from September to roughly November 2021, when everything was at all-time highs, you saw all these puppy dog Inu projects pop up left and right, and if you wanted to get into those, you had to have a certain amount of ETH, and those gas fees. I mean, for some people, they're high as $350. It was insane just to purchase a little bag of whatever token project you were going to get into. So, given Shiba's reliance on the Ethereum network, it suffered from some hefty gas fee prices when the Shiboshi NFTs launched. Of course, there was a lot of um, I guess you could say resentment in regards to that, not towards necessarily Shiba Inu, but just, people in general not liking the idea of the big gas fees. So for them to actually get this thing coming together when it comes to Shibarium is going to be huge, whether it's a small fee or a zero fee in regards to that. So that's my takeaway as far as Shiba Inu's Shibarium. I am, of course, just like a lot of people, looking very forward to the release of that. We'll keep a close eye in regards to all of this, and if anything, let's face it, this is something that's going to be a huge for Shiba Inu and a huge catalyst when it's dropped. So, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out our live show on YouTube as well as Twitter and Twitch, which is the Max and Larry Show on Crypto Talk Now. It is a daily show that we have Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific, and also on the weekends at 3 p.m. Eastern, noon Pacific. So, with that said, thanks for watching today's latest news on Shibarium. This is Max. May y'all have a blessed day, and we'll see you on the next one.